Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be revisiting my January-February haul, and I'm going to follow up and let you know my thoughts in a ranking style video. So if you did not catch that original video, I will link it right here so that you can check it out. But I have been using these products for several months now. I planned to come back a little bit earlier and let you know how I was feeling about everything, but time has just been flying by. So I have been using these products. I definitely have thoughts on them. If I have videos using any of them, I will have them linked down below. But why don't we go ahead and get started? I'm going to rank from low to high, so least favorite to most favorite. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Kelly. I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup, I love ranking videos. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and stay a while, but let's jump into the video. Okay, so I do want to say that there aren't any products that I feel like are fails or that didn't work for me or that I dislike, but I do have like 3 different categories. The first category that we're going to talk about is just like meh, like they're okay, don't really love them, don't really dislike them, not reaching for them often, but I have them and I'm not going to declutter them. So I have 11 products to share, and number 11 is by Lys Beauty, and this is their Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. Now, I don't think that there's anything wrong with this product. I just don't find myself reaching for it, in all honesty. So I've been keeping this in my purse and I've been using it at work, and I don't typically use it like as a gloss. Like I wouldn't put it on top of a lipstick. But when I'm at work, if my lips are feeling chapped or a little bit dry, I'll grab a little bit of this lip treatment, I'll pat it onto my lips, but I just don't find that it's super hydrating. You know, like I wouldn't use it as like a chapstick or a lip balm. It just creates a glossy look on my lips. So that's why I don't really find myself reaching for it often, because it's not providing hydration. I'm not using it as a gloss over lipstick. It's just kind of hanging out in my bag, and that's why it came in at number 11. The next product is also by Lys Beauty, and it is their High Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Confident. And the reason why this is ranking in the meh category is simply because I'm just not a cream blush lover. Please don't come for me. I know cream blushes are like all of the rave right now. I think this color is beautiful. I think the formula is great. I just find that I don't love cream blushes. I feel like I have to work with them harder. I tend to overblend. They tend to disappear on the cheeks. So I don't find myself reaching for this often. If you do like cream blush, I think that it's a good formula. I don't have a ton of cream blushes in my collection to compare it to, but overall the shade is nice, the formula feels comfortable. I'm just not reaching for it. Coming in at the number 9 spot is by Auric, and this is their Smoke Reflect in the shade Defiance. So this is the little eyeshadow that has the cream pot down at the bottom. Defiance, I think, is not the rose gold shade, but more of like the bronze shade. So here you have the cream product. It definitely has a moussey texture. So when I touch it, I feel like it's very, almost like bouncy, like very whipped. And then on the top, you have what I consider to be like a topper shade. It doesn't really have chunks of glitter, which I appreciate, but it's not very pigmented. It's much more of a topper. Now here's the thing with this product. I initially picked it up because I thought, ooh, this would be great for like quick, easy days. Like just take a little bit of the, I was gonna call it a mousse, take a little bit of the cream, pat it on my lid, go in with the topper, tap it on top, good to go, quick and easy for work, right? Here's the issue. I have nails, okay? So I feel like the cream product works best with your finger, but I can't really get my finger in there and then get my finger on my eyes because of my nails. So I'm having to go in with a brush. Then I find that it it takes a while to work with. It blends out, I can make it look nice and diffused, but I do have to work with it. It's not as quick and easy as I thought. And then like I said, this glitter topper is just that. It's a glitter topper. I don't find that I have fallout. It is very long lasting. It has kind of a gritty texture on my finger, but I will just go in with my finger and tap it on top of the cream. My other kind of, I don't know if it's like a dislike, but my other qualm with this product is that I feel like it doesn't look as like pigmented, or once it's on my eyes, it doesn't look like what I thought it would look like. You know, like I thought it was gonna be like deep and smoky, and it's kind of light. And I know that other people commented on my original Auric video and said that they kind of felt the same way, that this product isn't as pigmented as they thought it would be. So I don't think it's a bad product. It's just more work than I'm going for. And I mean, I don't dislike it. Like I will reach for it every now and then, but it's just a meh product for me. The next category is like, these are okay. Like I like them. They're good. And number 8 is an eyeshadow palette, and it is the BH Cosmetics Sugar Cone palette. I wanted this, and it took a while before I could get my hands on it, but this is a beautiful, like, neutral eyeshadow palette. They came out with a ton of these in their Sweet Shop collection. They had everything from, like, blues to greens, berries. They were very monochromatic. I was able to get the neutral palette because that's what I love, neutrals. And honestly, I think the formula is great, the blendability is great, the looks I have created are great. The only reason why it comes in at the number 8 spot is just that I haven't really been using it a lot. And I don't really know why. Like, I don't have a reason. I think it's good quality. I think it's a good palette. I like the eyeshadow shades. I just find that my makeup collection is growing and I'm trying out different products, and this is one where I like it, but I just am not reaching for it as often as I thought I would. In the number 7 spot is a lipstick by Vive. This is Jamie Genevieve's brand, and it is the 90s shade. So it is this right here. I think the packaging is really nice. I know that it doesn't feel as luxurious as some other lipstick packaging, but it doesn't necessarily feel cheap. And I love this nude shade. I love that Vive is embossed in it. Let me do a little swatch for you. This is like a beautiful nude shade. You can see it right there. But the reason why this is in the number 7 spot, because in all honesty, this is a shade that has the potential to like be in the number 1 spot for me. Like, I love shades like this. The pigment is great. The quality is great. It's long lasting on the lips. It feels comfortable. The reason why it's not higher up is because it gives me that line on the inside of my lips. And it does it very quickly. The first time I wore this, I was filming a video. I think I filmed 2 videos, and halfway through the second video, I like looked in the viewfinder or in my mirror, and I noticed that I had that line. And I was like, okay, great. Like, nobody wants to see that. It looks horrible. But I found that when I wear this, if I top it with a gloss, I don't get that line. But I have to go in with a gloss shortly after applying this. So if you're not into that, that could be something that you don't like about the product. So that's why it's not higher up, because I like it. I like the shade. It's comfortable. I like how creamy it is. The only thing is, in order to not get that like line on the inner part of my lip, I have to go in with a gloss. This is the only shade that I've tried, so I don't know if it only does that with the shade 9Ts or if every one of her lipsticks does that, but that was something that was a bummer for me. In the number 6 spot is a concealer by Rare Beauty, and the reason why this isn't higher is because I think I got the wrong shade. This is in the shade 200C, and it's what I was told I would be according to like the Sephora foundation finder, and you're supposed to be like the same shade in the foundation and concealer. So I got the concealer first, and you can see I've used a good amount, but it's just too deep and like almost orange on my eyes. So I typically use this more as a color corrector. It has a very creamy consistency. It does not irritate my under eyes or like make my eczema flare up, and it does blend out nicely. It's just not the right shade. So that's why it didn't make it higher up for me. In the number 5 spot is another LYS product, and it is the LYS Bronzer, the No Limit Matte Bronzer, and I got the shade Harmony, which is a medium, and although I am very light complected, I felt like the light shade might be a little bit too light, so I went with medium, and I feel like this is a great shade for me. I know that I was watching a couple videos, and there were some other people who said that they felt like it pulled orange on them, and I didn't find that to be the case with me. I didn't find that it pulled orange. It blended in nicely. It sat on the skin. It gave me good pigment, very pigmented. So I really do like it. It's not like my favorite bronzer. I don't find that I'm reaching for it over other bronzers, but I like it. It's a good product. In the number 4 spot is another product by Auric, and it is the Auric Glow Lust. I got the shade Selenite. Now, I feel like maybe I should have gotten Morganite. The reason why I didn't is because Selenite is their light shade with a golden undertone, and Morganite is their light shade with more of a cooler pinky undertone. And I typically use this as a primer. I will put a couple pumps on my hand, rub it all over the face, focusing on the high points of my cheeks, on my nose, my chin, a little bit on my forehead, and I go in before my foundation. Now, I don't like using this as a liquid highlighter. I feel like it doesn't give me as much of a pop as I want. That's why I think with Morganite, I would have maybe gotten more of a pop, and I would have been able to use it as a liquid illuminator, illuminator, I never know what to call it. But I find that this gives me a nice healthy looking glow. It's nice if you mix it in with foundation. If you have a matte foundation and you want to make it a little bit more luminous and glowing, this would be a good product to use with that. The only thing is I have dry skin. I spend a lot of time trying to make my skin look hydrated and dewy. A lot of my foundations are glowy, radiant, luminous foundations. So I find that this product doesn't do anything for me that I can't get from other products, if you know what I mean. If you're someone who maybe has normal skin or oily and you don't spend a lot of time trying to create a luminous look, then I think this would be a great product for you. But this isn't something that I reach for every day because I feel like in my skincare and in the way I prep my skin and in my Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops, like I already have a nice healthy looking glow from those products. So this just kind of adds to that, and it's not something unique in my collection. The product itself is unique, but it's just not creating an extra glow that I'm not getting from other products. So that's why it's kind of ranking in like the middle of the spot. I mean, that is the number 4 spot, but it's still in like the okay category. Now for the top 3, these are products that I love, that I'm reaching for a ton, that I highly recommend. I mean, I would recommend my okays too. The meh, I feel like you have to kind of be looking for those products. My okays, I would recommend with, you know, knowing about the Vive 90s and the lip thing. But in the number 3 spot is my last LYS Beauty product, and it is the foundation, the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. You can see it's already down to this line right here. I did get the shade LG6, Light Golden 6. I highly recommend, even if you're gonna purchase at Sephora, I highly recommend going to the LYS Beauty website to help you find your perfect shade, because I was popping up, I think like LN6 and LG6 and LN3. Like when I would try to take the quiz, several things would pop up, but on the LYS Beauty website, they really go into light, medium. LG6 stands for light golden, and then it's the 6th shade. So it's like there's light and medium and tan and deep, and then there's golden and neutral and cool and numbers. And so the website was very helpful in finding my shade. This is a great foundation. It is more of like a skin-like lightweight foundation. So if you like full coverage, don't reach for this, okay? My friend Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag likes full coverage, and she was like watching my LYS Beauty video and I think kind of saying she wanted to try the brand, and I was like, don't get the foundation, girl, because I think it's a good foundation, but I don't think you're gonna like it. If you don't like light to medium coverage, you won't like this. But if you're like me, who likes light to medium coverage, you like for it to just kind of look like your skin, but a little bit better, then I think this is a great foundation. I have reached for it a ton, and I would definitely recommend it. In the number 2 spot, this is one that caught me off guard. It's another eyeshadow palette, and if you follow my content regularly, you may know that there's an eyeshadow palette that I hauled and I haven't talked about yet. And I'm a neutral lover through and through, so never did I expect the Club Nebula palette by Kaleidos and Angelica Nyqvist, never did I expect that to be in the number 2 spot. Never did I expect this to beat out the BH Sugar Cone palette, but it has. Now here's the reason. First of all, is this an eyeshadow palette that I'm reaching for every day? No, because I'm a neutral lover, it's not, but there are some things that I love about this. I've created several looks. If I'm looking for something fun, for something different, for something edgy, I definitely reach into this palette, but I am in love with their shimmers. The quality of their shimmers. I don't know why I thought they were going to be like glitter toppers. I don't know if if I heard someone say that, or if it was just in looking at swatches I thought they were going to be glitter toppers. But these are not glitter toppers, okay? The pigment is there. They are very highly pigmented. The mattes blend super nice. You can create a wide variety of looks, and I have really just been enjoying this eyeshadow palette. I recently filmed the eyeshadow palette collection tag, and I said that this would be the palette that I would reach for if I was like trying to think of something fun. And I really have reached for that palette more than I expected to. So that came in the number 2 spot. You can no longer get it anymore. It was limited edition, and I think they did like 3 releases and now they're done. In the number 1 spot is a product by Vive, and it is the Vive blush in the shade Pesca. Now, Pesca is their lightest blush, but even with this being the lightest blush, I still feel like it has very high pigment. It's very pigmented. I like to go in with a fluffy fluffy blush brush. There we go. The B's together, the S's together, they always get me. I like to go in with a fluffy blush brush, and I put this on the apples of my cheeks and blend it back into my bronzer. I think the formula is great. It's very long lasting. It looks nice on the skin, and this has been the blush that I have been reaching for a ton lately. I'm not someone who typically mixes blushes, but lately I've found that I've been mixing this blush and putting it like on the apples of my cheeks when I have a deeper blush back further on my cheeks, and I just really like it. So I have since ordered another one. I ordered Piazza. I don't know if I'm gonna order any more blushes at the moment, but I really do love Pesca. And that is going to do it for this video. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have you tried any of these products? Were you surprised at my ranking, where they fell? And also let me know, when I do these haul follow-ups, I really like to follow up and like give you my thoughts on these products. Do you like it in a ranking style, or do you prefer that I just like talk about the products in general and give like mini reviews? So let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye. So